Georgie and Mandy's first marriage latest holiday update has more disappointing news following Sheldon Cooper's non-participation in its Thanksgiving episode. The freshman comedy is the first spin-off of The Big Bang Theory not to feature Sheldon. It focuses on Georgie's attempt to start his life with Mandy and their infant daughter following the death of Georgie's father in the young Sheldon finale. Most of the comedy comes from Georgie and Mandy's attempts to navigate adult life, as well as their relationships with Mandy's parents. Although they are not main characters in the new series, several young Sheldon characters have already returned to Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. However, Sheldon has not made any appearances yet, though he has been mentioned several times. Sheldon is away at school in California while the rest of the Coopers are still in Texas, so it makes sense that he is not a regular part of this spin-off series. However, the holidays are an exception, as he conceivably could have flown back for a visit while Caltech is closed. Sheldon won't be returning to the Coopers for Christmas. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage will not be airing a Christmas episode. Co-creator Steve Holland recently confirmed via TV Line that there won't be a Christmas episode because it comes too close to Thanksgiving. Thus, there will be no opportunity for Sheldon to return for Christmas unless he does so off-screen, and the family just talks about it later. However, that would be even more disappointing than an episode where he is a no-show, as it would reference Sheldon without giving the audience the opportunity to participate in his return. This update means that the biggest opportunity to bring Sheldon back passed without him returning. While this fits the narrative that Sheldon rarely returned home after he left for Caltech, it's disappointing that he will not appear during either of the major holidays. Those are the only times when it would be feasible for him to visit, so it's unlikely he will appear during the first season of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, now that the holidays are not an option. How long can Georgie and Mandy avoid bringing Sheldon back? The series does not revolve around Sheldon, but should include him when it is able. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is trying to establish itself. As the first show in the Big Bang Theory franchise not to feature Sheldon, it needs to be able to succeed without him, and thus bringing him back too early could be bad for the show. However, given that the rest of the Coopers have already appeared multiple times, it's reasonable to expect that Sheldon will return at some point. Sheldon interacting with Mandy's equally strange brother, Connor, would be comedy gold. It would be easier to bring Sheldon back than for Georgie and Mandy's first marriage to create a return for George Sr. since Sheldon is alive and well in California. Additionally, Sheldon interacting with Mandy's equally strange brother, Connor, would be comedy gold. Thus, hopefully George and Mandy's first marriage finds a way to bring Sheldon home for a visit without sacrificing the spin-off's independence from its predecessor or allowing the boy genius presence to overshadow the title character's story. As the young Sheldon universe continues to expand, fans have been eagerly awaiting developments regarding characters and their evolving storylines. One of the most intriguing subplots revolves around Georgie Cooper and Mandy McAllister, whose tumultuous relationship has kept fans on edge. However, recent updates regarding their marriage have provided yet another disappointment for fans hoping for a quick return of Sheldon Cooper to Texas. The Georgie-Mandy dynamic. The pairing of Georgie and Mandy has always been a complicated one, beginning with an unexpected pregnancy that led to a rushed marriage. Throughout their relationship, fans have witnessed the challenges they face as young parents, trying to balance their emotional struggles, societal expectations, and personal growth. Georgie, whose character has evolved significantly since his early appearances on The Big Bang Theory, has been put in the position of the somewhat reluctant husband, a role he never fully expected. Meanwhile, Mandy, whose independent spirit clashed with Georgie's more traditional approach to family life, has tried to carve out her own identity in the midst of these challenges. Despite their love for each other, the couple has struggled with communication and different life goals, setting the stage for potential conflict. This complexity has drawn viewers in, who sympathize with their highs and lows. Yet, as the recent update reveals, it seems that their journey towards marital bliss is far from straightforward. A rocky start to marriage. The first update on their marriage came in the form of an emotional discussion between Georgie and Mandy, highlighting the difficulties they faced since tying the knot. Although they had hoped that their union would provide stability for their growing family, reality has proven to be more challenging than expected. Fans were quick to note that their relationship has been characterized by a series of difficult decisions, with Mandy feeling the weight of their financial struggles and Georgie, despite his best intentions, failing to fully step up in ways that Mandy believes he should. The couple's dynamic is evolving, but not without setbacks, and their latest struggles have cast doubt on their ability to sustain a long-term healthy marriage. The update indicates that there are still fundamental issues to resolve, and the couple is in the midst of figuring out whether they can overcome them. This development has left many fans wondering if Georgie and Mandy's marriage will make it in the long run. As both characters are still in their early 20s, the idea of a happy, stable marriage seems uncertain. Georgie, in particular, is often portrayed as a character who is still figuring out who he is, making it even more difficult for him to figure out how to be the husband and father that his family needs. The Thanksgiving disappointment. Compounding this situation is the recent Thanksgiving episode, which has added more tension to Georgie and Mandy's relationship. Rather than providing the comfort and warmth that is typically expected during the holiday season, the episode revealed cracks in their marriage. What was supposed to be a festive, family-oriented celebration turned into a series of unresolved emotions. Georgie was once again caught between wanting to be there for Mandy and feeling overwhelmed by the responsibilities of family life. For fans of The Big Bang Theory and young Sheldon, the Thanksgiving episode was a subtle reminder that Georgie and Mandy's relationship is not going to be a smooth ride. The emotional burden they each carry, combined with the external pressures of parenthood and familial expectations, only made things worse. And while Georgie did his best to be a supportive partner, it was clear that the couple was struggling to find common ground. This difficulty in navigating the ups and downs of their life together only further fueled the speculation that things may not work out for the young couple. Fans, especially those hoping for a resolution to their storyline, were left wondering if there would be any hope for a happily ever after or if Georgie and Mandy's future was destined for more heartbreak. The bigger picture: Sheldon's return. What makes these marriage struggles particularly disappointing for fans of the Big Bang Theory universe is how they directly influence hopes for Sheldon's potential return to the show. As young Sheldon progresses, viewers have been anxiously awaiting a reunion with Sheldon, who in the original series was known for his eccentric personality and endearing quirks. The promise of Sheldon's return to Texas has loomed in the background of the series, giving fans hope that they could once again see the character interact with his family, especially Georgie and his new life with Mandy. However, the recent marriage update presents a hurdle for Sheldon's return. The deepening problems between Georgie and Mandy, coupled with the ongoing challenges they face in their relationship, suggest that the show's narrative may be steering in a direction that delays Sheldon's potential reappearance. In fact, fans have come to realize that with Georgie's personal life in turmoil, his brother's return may not happen anytime soon. Sheldon, who has always been a perfectionist, may find it difficult to return to a situation where family life is so complicated. Given that Sheldon values stability and order, his own character arc could be slowed down by the dramatic developments in Georgie's life. The writers may choose to delay Sheldon's return to allow his brother time to mature and resolve some of his personal struggles before bringing him back into the fold. Moreover, as Sheldon's own storyline on young Sheldon continues to develop, his path toward academic success and personal growth may further distance him from the chaotic environment in Texas. The more Georgie's marriage becomes a source of tension, the more it pushes Sheldon further away from the kind of calm family environment he would want to return to. Where does this leave fans? For fans who were hoping for a reunion between Sheldon and his family, the updates on Georgie and Mandy's marriage may seem like another setback. However, these developments also speak to the heart of what makes young Sheldon and the Big Bang Theory so beloved: the ability to explore the messy, imperfect nature of family relationships. While it's clear that Georgie and Mandy's relationship will continue to face challenges, the road to resolution may be one that ultimately strengthens their characters and sets the stage for further growth. As for Sheldon, his eventual return will likely hinge on how these emotional arcs unfold. Fans can still hold out hope that Georgie and Mandy's struggles will lead to personal growth, and that, in time, Sheldon will return to Texas, bringing the quirky, endearing humor that the Big Bang Theory fans have missed. But until then, the disappointment surrounding Sheldon's return remains part of the larger narrative of young Sheldon, where the journey toward personal resolution is never quite as simple as it seems. In the meantime, fans will continue to follow Georgie and Mandy's tumultuous marriage, watching as their storyline evolves and wondering how it will ultimately affect the fate of Sheldon's long-anticipated return.